con propósito, transversalidad y vinculación. And we have a group of panelists here to share their insights with us. And I also like to give a special welcome to our reporter, Jessica Arellano, who will be summarizing the key points at the end. Before we begin, I would like to quickly explain the format. Each of our panelists will have about 10 minutes to present their key points. While they are speaking, feel free to write your questions in the chat. Please indicate which panelist your question is for. After all the presentations, we will start a question and answer session, where I will read a selection for your questions to our speakers, okay? To begin, I would like to introduce our first panelist, teachers Cindy Nayeli Lopez and Antonio Llanos. They will be speaking about plan for efficient activities for peer advisors in the institutional tutoring program. Teachers Antonio Llanos and Cindy, are you okay?
Yes.
I'm going to share your
Welcome you all. We are presenting this. We are presenting this.
Give me a minute, teacher.
Okay.
I'm going to put the. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You have 10 minutes. Time. Okay. Ready, teacher. You can start, teacher, please.
Okay, our project is called Plan for Efficient Activity for Peer Advisors in the Institutional Tutoring Program. Next. Key topic said a good tutor not only teaches, but also guides and supports his students in their personal and academic growth. Next, please. According to the common curricular framework in the Ministry of Higher Secondary Education, the purpose of upper secondary education is to train students with the necessary competencies to access higher education or the labor market. Also, develop critical thinking skills. To achieve the above objectives, tutoring has been established over time as a right of students to their advice, and it's conceived as a continuous, systematic, interdisciplinary, and comprehensive work. Therefore, according to the institutional tutoring program of WAS, the tutor must have training according to the proposal of the tutorial action plan, which allows him to use appropriate strategies to prevent and correct low performance and failure, especially in English subject. In this order of ideas, this project called Plan for Efficient Activities for Peer Advisory in the Institutional Tutoring Program focus on axis number 2, English with a purpose, transversally and connection. Next, please. Problem statement. In Mexico, 100 children start primary school, 94 finish it, 87 enter secondary school, and 83 finished. 77 enter high school, and 56 finished. And talking about the problems in high school, in Latin America, around 37% and students between 15 and 19 years old present dropout. And especially in WASC students, all come from homes with an unfavorable economic position with negative examples from their relatives. And at high school was Nabolato, there is a problem related to the high failure rate in different subjects such as math, English, and biology. At Nabolato High School, the groups are up to 40 students. Lack of availability of the tutors. There is no activity guide for the peer advisor. It's for that we are present this project. Next. Research project objectives. This proposal aims to highlight the relevance of the tutorial action and systemize the practice of peer advisor with adjustable and flexible activities. For example, number one, writing partners. Number two, 91-1 peer advisor. 3, black holes of time. 4, weekly planner. And 5, making notes together. And the last one, finding your motivation and interactive mini forum in English. Okay, talking about the materials, will be included such as Scrabble, use online platforms such as Duolingo, WhatsApp, and Quizlet, flashcards, and obviously the book, the textbook, and the workbook. Let's do it. Through this activity, peer advisor will help their classmate resolve academic concerns. Next. This is important. The next theory underlying the suggested activity. Vygotsky said and points out that the students gradually develop their learning through social interaction. They acquire new and better cognitive skills as a logical process of their immersion in a routine and familiar way of life. Remember, social interaction. Kuhn notes that tutoring can provide a safe and supportive space for students, which can help reduce stress and anxiety and improve their emotional and social well-being. So combining the social interaction and the safe and supportive spaces for students. And the last, the institutional tutoring program of WAS says that students must establish a clear academic goals and identify their learning difficulties and develop effective study habits. The next. The number one, writing partners. The main purpose. Writing partners work regularly with the same student through the term. Once paired, a student may meet with their writing partner once or twice a week. We recommend writing partners for students who have good English level or are taking extra English classes. Meeting constantly with the same advisor allows a writing partner the chance to become familiar with the student's writing style, challenge, and goals, leading to greater growth for the writer over the course of a semester. How you can contact a writing partner in the high school through online sessions, scheduled in advance by tutor or drop in at the school. Benefits. The writing partner will then offer thoughts about the paper and give advice about effective strategies for structure analysis and developing or strengthening of the text. First, they can start writing about one topic and then they can write an essay. Materials, writing handouts, sample paragraph, activity format for consultants, sheets, and pens. Next, number 2. Peer advisor 911. The name of each peer advisor and how to locate it will be socialized in the school wall, newspaper, or inside the classroom for when the student is struggling with a concept, when they feel they really need help. How to contact? By email or WhatsApp number. Benefits: when a student needs to express help, they can be contacted at the moment. The tutor will be aware of who contacts the peer advisor and the purpose of the call. Materials, book, workbook, cell phone, and internet connection. Number 3, black holes of time. The main purpose is identify what the students do and how they control the time. The list can be used in a counseling session to be applied in any subject. benefit. The student will be able to discuss in pairs about the time. For example, do you time black holes fall into any patterns? Are there things that first appear uncontrollable, but you can control? What can you do to reclaim your time from these black holes? This is the importance of this activity. What did you find? How can you manage your time differently? And materials, time managed worksheet copy. 4, weekly planner, main purpose. For example, they can talk about, do you feel that there's so much to do, so little time during the week? You can learn about some tips and strategies for making the most of your class-free days and making a plan for getting all done. Contact, it can be used in a tutorial session. Benefits, obviously, they can be specific, strategic, break things into chunks, schedule your breaks, plan, and take care about the activity that they do during the week. Materials, weekly, hour by hour calendar, pens or pencil. The next one, making notes together. And the main purpose is that they can organize and structure activity together. For example, indicate relationship among the different ideas discussed and include examples and abbreviation when appropriate. Try using some of the following graphic organized to make your notes more useful. They can learn how to do notes for final exam. Contact. The student will contact the English peer advisor through the tutor or email. Benefit. Use tools to recall factual information while most exam questions will not ask for your definition. For example, they can use 3 per 5 note cards with a word or concept, and in the other way, the definition of picture on the other side. Online learning tools like Quizlet may also be used. Materials, note cards, pens, internet connection. And the last one, find your motivation. That is important in this time. The main purpose, they can ask to the partner, what does it mean to be motivated and how can you positively impact your own motivation? Contact. The student will contact the English peer advisor through the tutor or email. Benefits. They can write in a piece of paper, what do you want and do you want it? Material, white sheet, pens or pencil. Next, and is the last one. We asked 3 students, what do you think about the peer advisor program at this high school? The student number 1 said, sometimes they just have questions about why they need academically. And the student number 2, he said, one of the best aspects of peer-to-peer advising is that I'm learning too from someone who is the same classroom and having similar experience as me. And the next is the last one. Summary, we have benefits and limitation. The benefits are academic and emotional support, and the limitation, limited resources, resistance, the academic load, up to 9 subjects, and time limitation, 40 minutes per session. Okay, and it's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, teacher Antonio and Cindy, for that insightful presentation. Next, we have Alfredo Redondo Uribe. He will be sharing a perspective of benefits and impact of implementing CLIO in the EFL classroom. Teacher Alfredo.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. You can start, teacher Alfredo.
Okay. Can you please show the first? There you are. Well, my name is teacher Alfredo Redondo Uribe. I work at Centro de Idiomas Culiacán and Centro de Idiomas Navolato. This is going to be my presentation about benefits and impact of implementing CLIL in the EFL classroom. Next. Well, first of all, what does CLIL stand for? Next. content language integrated learning lesson is an educational approach designed to enhance language acquisition and subject matter understanding simultaneously. In other words, CLIL is when you teach subjects, academic subjects in a foreign language. They can be mathematics, biology, chemistry, but the focus is on teaching the subject and teaching the language at the same time. All right. And the CLIL features are, number one, it is typically applied to learners of various ages. Number two, this approach often referred to as 4Cs. It means content, communication, cognition, and culture. Right? As any other, language teaching. No? Three, emphasizes that learners simultaneously develop both subject knowledge and language skills through authentic communicated context and cognitive tasks. All right. And next, the steps of a CLIL lesson. Well, those steps are very similar to the steps of any other English language as a foreign language lesson. The first step is the introduction, warm up, stating names. Number two, input, presenting new content and language. Number three, processing guided practice. Number four, production, student-led activities, and a consolidation review, and finally, assessment and feedback. If you notice, these are very similar to any other. Can you please go back?
Right.
Okay. If you notice, these are very similar to any other, English language teaching lessons. The first, the presentation, the practice, the production, and then the final review, feedback. So this is very similar to a normal, let's say, a normal EFL class. And it is always also focused on the same, parts and the way we teach. We always focus on a CLIL lesson on the form, the function, and the context. It means that the form, the way the grammar and the vocabulary is structured, the function, what can I do with it, and the context, where can I use it? Those are the three basic things. Every time you teach a lesson, if you notice, when we start a unit, every unit, in each, in almost all the teaching language books, they have the same thing: the presentation of the vocabulary, the grammar, the use, and the context. All right? Can you please move on? The next one. The benefits. When it has benefits for students, benefits for teachers, and benefits for the institutions. The benefits for students are this: the cognitive development, increased motivation and engagement, and cultural awareness, also preparation for life. The benefits for teachers are professional growth, increased collaboration, because you can actually work with the teachers of other subjects. You can complement the mathematics class, you can combine lessons and work together with other teachers from other subjects of the core curriculum. And we have more engaging lessons. Okay? And for institutions, enhanced profile and support for internationalization. All right. Next, conclusions. This is like the final resolution of this. CLIL enhances, and there is a mistake there. CLIL enhances the students' motivation, communicated competence, and confidence in using foreign language, while also fostering a deeper understanding of the subject matter. For teachers must identify when it's appropriate to perhaps design a study plan in the future and thus be able to teach certain subjects in a foreign language properly. And students benefit from a dual focus approach that integrates content with authentic language use, leading to a more meaningful and memorable learning experience. When you teach a CLIL lesson, it doesn't mean that you are going to just teach vocabulary related to a specific area like science or mathematics. You have to combine the teaching of the language and the teaching and also the knowledge of the subject. For example, If you are teaching mathematics, you previously have to teach numbers, additions, etc. But you have also you need to combine that vocabulary with a function, with a use in real life and in a context. And it can be also focused on biology, history. For example, if you are teaching history, you can start with dates, you can use simple past tense, or I don't know, numbers, dates, etc. But it has to be focused on the form, the function, and the context, the academic subject and the teaching of a language, of a foreign language. Next. That's it. This is my presentation for you. If you have any questions, you can send it to the chat. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Teacher Alfredo.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Finally, we have teachers Denise Burgueño and Edna Alvarado, pardon. They will be sharing their perspective on social service as a tool to strengthen vocations in English language teaching as a future professional career. Okay, let me. Teacher Denise
Yes.
or Edna, thank you.
Okay,
You can start. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. It's an honor to be here in the First Language Teaching International Forum. And well, this presentation is entitled Social Service as a Tool to Strengthen Vocations in English Language Teaching as a Future Professional Career. It was prepared by Dr. Edna Elizabeth Alvarado Mascareño and myself, Denise Burgueño Alor, both teachers at Emiliano Zapata High School. Can you turn next slide, please? Thank you. Okay, this proposal aims to guide high school students' social service toward spaces related to students' professional vocations. We are focusing in this case on English language teaching, but this approach can be applied to all undergraduate programs, all the careers. For many years, I was the coordinator of the social service department at Emiliano Zapata High School, so I have some experience with the activities carried out in this area. At the beginning of the year, the school year, all third-year students take the social service induction course. The goal of this work is to raise students' awareness so they can choose a social service placement related to the future career or intended field or study. Encourage them to reflect on their interest and professional future. This proposal is very important because it turns social service into a formative and vocationally meaningful experience. I have seen successful cases where students choose placements aligned with their intended studies, which reinforces their future professional career. Or conversely, there have been cases where students wanted to become, for example, teachers, but after choosing a school, they realized it was not what they expected. In this way, social service helps the student clarify what they truly want to study. As a result, they make better informed decisions about their life plans and professional future. Next, please. Okay, this work considers three categories, which are vocational guidance, English language teaching, and social service as a formative space. And our main question is, what impact does performing social service in settings related to English language teaching have on a student's vocational reaffirmation? Can you change the next slide, please?
Yeah.
Next, thank you. The main beneficiaries will be high school students, of course, who will make better informed decisions about their professional future. External organizations will have more motivated students to complete their social service and really learn. And of course, the Autonomous University of Sinaloa by having graduates with a well-rounded education. What problem does this work address? it goes beyond merely fulfilling a requirement. I mean, many students complete social service only as an obligation to obtain their social service completion certificate, fulfill the 200-hour requirement, and graduate without issues. Another problem will be choosing a placement unrelated to professional interests and underutilization of vocational potential. Social service helps a student develop many skills, abilities, and values such as commitment, respect, punctuality, teamwork, responsibility, etc. However, there is an opportunity for improvement, as social service is often not connected to students' vocational interests. The objective of this work is to propose a model connecting students' vocation interests with the settings where they complete their social service, particularly focusing on those aiming to become English teachers. The areas of improvement will be to promote more informed decisions aligned with the students' professional futures and use social service as an effective strategy for early vocational guidance. Next, please. Okay, how did we collect the information? The main data collection instrument was a satisfactory survey administered through the platform Moodle, which is used to manage social service activities. In this platform, the students upload their forms and evidence. The survey was answered by 1,075 third-year students, and it was done before they download their social service completion certificate. One of the most relevant questions for this study was, does your social service relate to your professional career? That was a question that the students answered, and the responses were, only 13.73% said a lot. 48.85% answered a little, and 37.87% said not at all. So these results reveal a clear disconnect between social service spaces and the students' vocational interests, which motivated the development of this study. And the last one, please. Next slide, please. Thank you. It is important to highlight an event where students share their social service experiences. Representing our school, the student named Sarai participated, explaining that she completed her social service at an English school as a teaching assistant. She described the activities she performed, the practical application of her English knowledge, the development of social skills, and how this experience reinforced her vocations for teacher. So the students conclude by expressing her gratitude for the opportunity to do her practice at an English school, as it helped her realize that this was the career she wanted to take. This testimony shows the importance of social service in students' professional and personal lives. Okay, now Teacher Edna will continue with the next presentation.
Okay, one of the proposed action is to guide social service with a student's vocational interest, promoting that this reflection has greater emphasis within the induction course. Also, it is essential to create spaces aligned with their future career and establish agreements with external organizations to formalize this connection. It is really important to carry out an initial vocational assessment. Currently, the Educational Guidance Department already does this work when the second-year students choose which phase they wish to continue into third grade. In addition to this, the Social Service Department could monitor this process through social service practices. It is really important for students to have a catalog of options by professional field, such as languages, health, education, administrative work, technology, etc. Having these options will make it easier for students to identify spaces that match their interest. One advantage of high school is that students have the freedom to seek out places that matches their aspirations besides the options provided by the school. They can look for schools or look for offices or some places they want to work with and bring it to the social service and do their job there. Next, please. As a result, the participation of social services in educational environments related to English teaching allows students to apply knowledge in a real-life context. Students will be able to practice and face everyday students' problems and decide if this is what they want to do as a profession. As training, teaching, and communication skills, visualize the professional future, reaffirm their vocational interest, and also increase their motivation towards university education, and decide if they want to follow this path or not. Next, please. As a conclusion, social service can be a key stage for reaffirming vocational interests. At the Emiliano Zapata High School, students interested in teaching English confirmed their professional affinity by participating in programs such as the Centro de Idiomas UAS, PC, and PET UAS. These experiences have been meaningful, motivating, and decisive in their career choices. Next. Here are some pictures of students that do the social service as PET UAS or in PC, and showing how they work here. Next. Next slide, please. And the reference were there, and that was all for us. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you, Teacher Edna and Teacher Denise. Thanks for that presentation. And thank you all. Okay, we are going to start the questions and answer session. Okay, let me check the questions. Okay, Teacher Alfredo. The CLIL approach is an excellent option to develop students' learning. Okay, sorry. For Teacher Antonio, what are the main challenges in providing English tutoring in contexts with limited resources?
Okay, Cindy is gonna help to answer the question.
Okay,
My
Cindy?
partner Cindy.
Cindy,
Okay.
do you need I read it again? Where is Cindy? I don't know where is she.
Okay. What are the main challenges in providing English tutoring in context with limited sources? We work in Navolato, a place with limited resources. So the first challenge is the low English proficiency, the lack of motivation of the students, and we have no internet connection in the classroom. So I think that as I said, the interaction with the students. So if we'll have that technology, we can do the students that interaction. They understand better than talking with them using the cell phone, the book, the workbook. So it's a lot of work to do because sometimes students present resistance or stigmatization because some consider help as a sign of weakness. So we can share the idea that receive help is not a symbol of weakness, is symbol of working working. The working together is better than work alone. It's for that we present this list of activities that they work together and in in share their ideas, and they can do friendship also, and knowledge of English. Yes.
Thank you, Teacher Antonio.
Mhm.
Next, I think it's for Denise. How do students' experiences in real community settings impact their motivation to improve their English?
Okay, well, I think when students participate in a real community settings, they see the practical value of English. You know, for example, when they help in an English school or interact with people who need the language, they realize that the English is not just an academic subject, but a tool for real life. So this experience, all these experiences that the students have practiced as in their social service, they feel like they put in practice all what they have learned, and they feel more motivated because it's in their real life.
Thank you, Teacher Denise.
Yeah.
Teacher Alfredo, how could CLIL be implemented in high school?
Hello, everyone. Well, you can actually collaborate and work with other teachers. As you know, English prepa was is just a subject of the core curriculum. So we are not there. It's more difficult to teach English at prepa because English is just a subject. Students are not there to learn English. English is just one of the subjects. But you can actually collaborate and work with other teachers if you prepare, for example, if you plan a project together, a project for biology, for example, and you can apply, the things that they are learning during that trimester or that term, and use it in your English class. I don't know, it could be in history or mathematics or biology or any other subject. You can take advantage of it. So work with other teacher, share what they are doing right now in class, and try to apply it in your class in English. Try to use it. And as I said, try to focus not only on vocabulary, just teaching words. Try to teach the form, the function, and the context, the language. What can I do and where can I use it? But it can be with other teachers. And you can also try to figure out what they want, what students want. Because as soon as they feel motivated, the work is done. So something they like. For example, if they like music and you do have music lessons of music in the school, you can take advantage of it, or history or any other subject of the curriculum. Work together. That could be one thing that comes to my mind right now.
Thank you, Teacher Alfredo.
You're
Teacher
welcome.
Paola, who is the question? How to explain to the students the importance of English in their life to connect with them? Teacher Paola, for who is the question?
Maestra, Cindy quería participar, pero dice que está como que en mute. Está silenciada, dijo
Mm,
Cindy López. Pero
okay.
Adelante, maestra. Cindy.
Teacher Cindy, adelante.
Yeah, I can talk now. Well, I don't know if this question is for us, but I can give an example of this question or what I do. As my partner said, we work in Nabolato, so students don't have the motivation. Probably they didn't have an English class previously. And they don't care the class, some of them, or the majority. And in my first class, when I start in my first day with them, I ask you, do you like English? Oh, this subject is really nice. And they say, no, teacher, no. And I say, yes, English is in your life. Do you know what is an iPhone? I asked in Naolato. He told, yes, we know what is an iPhone. And they start laughing. And I think they can start get interested in class. Then another example that I gave to them was if they if they play Free Fire. And the majority in the groups about 40 students, as I told you in our presentation, groups of 40 students, and the majority say, yes, we have played Free Fire. So this name, Free Fire, is in English. And I also ask them if they know what is on, off. And I start with that, saying that English is in their life. And they say that they don't care and they don't like and they don't know English. But yes, English is in their life. And I start with that. I don't know. Well, for me, function a little bit, but I don't know with in other places, but with my students, I think I get a little motivated for them.
Thank you, teacher Cindy. We have another questions. That's all. Everyone? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, that brings our question and answer sessions to a close. Thank to our panelists today for sharing the experiences with us, and we hope you will join us for the next one, which will begin shortly. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. See you.
Thank you. Thank you, teacher Alfredo.
Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
See you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks to you.
Thank you.
Teachers, we have to wait for our speaker at 4 o'clock. So stay here in this session, please.